I guess she loves me, she loves me not. I guess I love her, won't change a spot. I guess she loves me, and she loves me not. I guess I love her, and I love her hard. I guess she loves me, she does. 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 I guess she loves me. Bad man, put up with my shit. Bad girl, let me smash it. Pull up in a black Benz and snatch you from your bad friends. Yellow fruit, she got passion. I want you, she got action. Princess Diana Jackson, everything crop fashion. I'm in the latest foreign, all of my lawyers get to the scoring. She love my lifestyle, but she don't get how I got it. My grandma tried to abort me, I think of you now first in the morning. She love my lifestyle, so I've got to protect what I'm owning. I've got to move on these wankers, I've got to think like a banker. I've never fallen in love, but she loves her spanker. All I know is baggies and bundles, all I know is rappers and trappers. All I know is that I want love, and love her is the only answer. She loves me, she loves me not. I guess I love her, won't change a spot. I guess she loves me, and she loves me not. I guess I love her, and I love her hard. I guess she loves me, she does. I guess she loves me, she does. I guess she loves me, she loves. I guess she loves me, she loves. Yeah, she loves. She a body, I'm an addict. Talk sick, but I like it. She spit like a Gatling. She talented, she a savage. Body, she a goddess. To not have her is madness. No grammar in my split. I'm trying to have my kids. I'm living it up. Can't buy a rent in the drop. Step high, I'm scooping you up. He's sipping it up. Oof. I remember the shelter, scraping the crumbs. Talking to rats, is leading them up. Telling my son, just please don't give up. Oof. Step high, picking you up. Dave, mad video thugs. We feel like tanks, they feel like a truck. Oof. Baby girl, you know how we giving it up. Love it is easy as fuck. And what comes easy, easy as a pump. Talking about that puff, daddy. I'm talking about like a puff of ganja smoke. Gold.
Yeah, what it do, child. Welcome to today's episode. It's your boy Chi from the Chi Challenge, and we are back at it. Welcome back. What it do, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. It's your boy Chi from the Chi Challenge, and we are live. Happy Memorial Day to all my fallen soldiers, guys. Fun fact, Memorial Day was something that was started by the Black Americans of the United States military, who were not recognized during any type of battle or campaign. So they decided on May 1st to go and dig up all the black soldiers that were fighting the war, all the African American soldiers fighting the war, buried in a mass grave, and individually buried them in what has now become the Memorial Cemetery, guys. So just to let you know, fun fact about your history. Memorial Day was started by none other than us. Okay, guys, that was it. And we got a fun jam-packed stream today, guys. In this video, we will be reacting to, we have over here, we do have Helloyassine with episode on Let me get right to it, guys. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. It is Helloyassine Extra, and the video is on how DDG is using dirty tricks in this beef. Also, we got cultured covered covering a video on how Boondocks exposed the Diddy trial again. So, chat, we're gonna get right into that. And shouts to everybody. Shouts to the whole Intune team. Bush, B-Rad, and my boy, it's a wobbler. Shouts to Loud Life, the Loud Life Dope Treats, guys. They got some new treats I haven't been able to go pick up so I could show you guys, but I will be picking up some today or tomorrow. Also, big shouts to my neighbor Leslie, who made sure when I passed by the park today, I got some Memorial Day barbecue. So today we will be reacting while we enjoy a tremendous meal made by Leslie and the barbecue grill. So shouts to my neighbor Leslie for that one. You know what I mean? And guys, let's get right into it. I don't want to hold you. My food is ready. All we gotta do is get this stream going, guys. So, like I said, let's start off with DDG is using dirty tricks in this beef. Wow, what are we talking about here, guys? Let's see what Helloyassine Extra is talking about, guys. Let's get right into it, guys. You already know what it is. It's your boy Chief from the Chi Challenge, and I will not hold you any longer. Let's cut to the chase and get right into the meat and potatoes. Mm, Soldier Boy. DDG has beef with Soldier Boy. What the hell is going on here? King? What is going on here, Chan? How come you can't see what I'm seeing? What is going on here, chat? Hmm. Is it this one? Here we are, chat. Let's go back to the beginning.
What's poppin', y'all?
I don't want you to miss a bit.
DDG has low-key been washing Soldier Boy in this beef thus far. We haven't gotten to tracks or music yet, which I'm waiting on. But just from the energy that DDG's been putting out there, it seems like however, I will not. And I repeat.
Chat. DDG versus Soldier Boy? Is that even that's not even beef. Like, we already know Soldier Boy is like inflating everything. He's a major exaggerator.
I will not allow any slander or fake news to be put on Soldier Boy's name. Soldier Boy's done enough capping and lying to us for me to accept somebody else lying on him. So this all started with a Feared Buck post, and a couple of other pages started posting this, where it said Soldier Boy's concert last night was a movie 100, and the clip is Soldier Boy performing in front of like 20 people in a huge venue type arena.
Wow. He looked like he's I don't think that's a performance. I think he was probably there. It was closed, and he was like, I'll get on stage and I'll do the song for you.
And other pages started posting this. They started spreading it. It was a bit like, okay. Now I replied to 50% of me.
That looks like 50 people at most.
I almost fell for it. I was like, let me just write a funny comment. Even if because when you really think about it, a venue like this, if the ticket sales were like this, the venue's getting canceled.
Hell yeah.
That's just what's going to happen. The money doesn't make sense. It would be a huge L to take. But I sent out the tweet, and then I was like, let me delete this.
So this was a real concert? They actually, like I said, Chad, this looks like he went when it was closed, and then he jumped on stage, grabbed the mic, and did a couple of songs for the people that were there. That does not look like an actual concert.
This isn't real. But I didn't think that this page would just straight up. This thing is, they didn't lie. That is what you should be aware of. They said Soulja Boy's concert last night was a movie, but they know, and this is the thing, pages like this, they know what goes viral, and they know what you're going to believe. You're going to see this show, and not you necessarily, but the general populace is going to see this and think, damn, Soulja Boy's down bad right now, especially Soulja Boy just taking a huge loss in court. And then Soulja Boy went, and other pages start posting this. So Soulja Boy went on to say, when the hate don't work, they make up lies. That was rehearsals for sound check. Doors wasn't open yet. And then Soulja
That's exactly what it looks like. Sound check.
Boy posted a full clip of him when he was actually performing, and the place was packed out. Now, hold on. That was not a Soulja Boy show. That was a Wild 'N Out show. So I think Wild 'N Out is on tour. I didn't know they went on tours. I didn't know that Wild 'N Out was still this big. Shout out to Nick Cannon. That's really impressive. This has been a long-standing show. They gave, I think, like Timothy De La Ghetto and a lot of these other internet personalities their first like break or bridge to potential mainstream work on TV and now streaming services and things like that. So I really do have a place in my heart for Wild 'N Out and the people.
It's just crazy that Wild 'N Out has a bigger venue than Soulja Boy. I cannot believe that, Chad.
That run that. It was just such a, like, it's genuine. And they were forward thinking. So the fact that they're on tour makes me happy. And then there was a page that said Flexico, and he said, there's an agenda being pushed by big media pages that Soulja Boy was performing for a small crowd to clown him following the DDG beef to incite that he has lost his fan base. In all reality, he was streaming his rehearsal for fans before the actual sold-out show in California. Kira Won't Miss and Academics TV have deleted their tweets after Soulja Boy logged on to X to debunk the rumors. So there you go. These are two. Now the Feared Buck account, the Feared Buck post is still up there, I believe. Now the Kira Won't Miss account, they changed it up, and so did Academics TV. Academics TV page, he doesn't have an issue with Soulja Boy. He's just kind of trying to post for engagement. Now he has issues with other people like Kendrick Lamar. He's going to destroy him or try to make him look bad whenever he can. But Soulja Boy, he doesn't have an issue with that. And I replied to this to give a better understanding. So Kira Won't Miss and these other pages, they see a post performing well, they're going to give their own spin on it. So now you've got this word of mouth network effect of fake news that's spreading like crazy. And then Soulja Boy has to address it. But how many people are going to see Soulja Boy's response in comparison to, let's say, all of these other posts that accumulated millions upon millions of impressions or views, whatever you want to call it? And this,
I don't know, chat. I think that Soulja Boy could sue for defamation.
Therein lies the problem. But I give a little bit more of a like macro view of how this racket operates, which is kind of what it is. And I replied to the tweet and I said, there's a mafia that is running perception/PR on X right now. I'm playing it up a little bit. Rappers don't pay them. They make the majority of their money from posting streamers' clips. They also have a relationship with these streamers. They've been running DDG clips for months, and now DDG's beefing with Soulja Boy. So it's in their best interest to attempt to make Soulja Boy look bad. Grimy, but more people need to be aware of it. So DDG's been live streaming for at least 18 months, if not 2+ years. You need to ask yourself, why is it that I just suddenly started seeing DDG everywhere in the beginning of this year?
That is a great question.
It's not just because of the subathon. It's because he's spending money. Like these pages, they take money. Now, if you're so big, it's like you switch into a different role.
So he's buying his clout, chat? DDG bought all his shit, chat? Because I'm doing this shit myself, chat. Like I'm starting with, I'm not paying anybody to do nothing, chat. I'm literally doing all the work myself. So you telling me that DDG is paying for the extra exposure and boosting his inflated numbers? Oh man, chat, say it ain't so, chat. Say it ain't so.
So let's say DDG, for instance, he might pay these pages and clippers as a whole a lot of money over a period of time, and he gets hot, and people are like, damn, everybody's talking about DDG. I'm seeing DDG everywhere. Eventually, DDG crosses over into you posting about DDG gets you a ton of views and impressions. And at that point, he might not even pay. Or if he stopped paying, they would still benefit from posting him to stay lit because they've got to post lit people, that they would keep posting him. But they started off the relationship with him post or paying to post. So if somebody's putting money in your pocket, in this case, not just DDG, Neon, Aiden Ross, all of these streamers are doing this. Every single one of them. They're putting money in your pocket as one of these newer accounts. And by newer, I mean like 3 to 4 years. They're not really affiliated with music. They may get a music post here and there, but the majority of their money comes from, and I'm not saying this account in particular, but the majority of these pages' money comes from stake, I was about to say stake, and streamers for the most part. Maybe they get a couple. So if 90% of your income comes from streamers, if the streamer's in a beef with the musician, they're not going to make the musician look good. And that's one thing that artists need to be aware of. And the reason why this stopped is because it's not for individual artists. The label doesn't really make that much money off of the individual artist in the same way that they used to. Now, off the catalog, overall, they make more money because their catalog is just constantly building. So they're not going to be throwing these pages the amount of money per individual artist that the streamers are, because the streamers, they're constantly making money every day. So they're streaming every day. They're getting subs every day. They're not getting paid out every day, but they're getting ads every day. They're putting the stuff up on YouTube. They're getting paid there. They're getting paid on TikTok. So if a streamer's making 100K, I wouldn't say it ain't nothing for them to throw 10, 15 bands, but it makes sense for them to throw 10, 15 bands out. But what kind of artist is making 100K a month off of streams to themselves in their pocket after producer, and they're not producing as much as streamers. Streamers are producing on a daily basis. So that's why I cannot let this fly. Soldier Boy, listen, we are here to protect you from fraud. We will not allow fraud to be perpetrated on Soldier Boy's name. And I got to say this, no matter where this beef goes with DDG and Soldier Boy has got songs, at least 4 to 5 out of maybe like 5,000.
That's what I'm trying to say. DDG is fairly a new rapper. He's more of a streamer than anything, but he's fairly a new rapper. How you gonna go up against Soldier Boy, who's made it to the Billboard, right? Like, and then all the slander, the defamation, it doesn't help you look. It doesn't make you look good, DDG. It makes you look like, yeah. He claims. I was watching the Streamers University where he claims that he's never lost a beef. I think this is the one you're gonna lose, bro. This might be your first L.
With like 4,500 of them being straight duds that are great and are lifetime songs. As in, when Soldier Boy's 50 years old, gray hair, he can go on tour on those songs and people will come out to see Soldier Boy because he holds this place in their heart and their childhood. DDG, you ain't got songs like that. I don't even know if Moonwalking in Calabasas is like that. So musically, we cannot, maybe currently, that's a different story. But career-wise, we got to get that out of here. That's not a conversation to be had. But this video is more so awareness. And listen, I respect the move that DDG did by this, like playing. It's a political game. It's grimy, but I respect it. You're using all the tools at your disposal to try to make Soldier Boy look bad. It's just that I'm not here to do that. And I'm not getting thrown no racks by DDG. Not that I would like take them to push an agenda. That's just not fair. It's just not in my character.
Nobody could buy me, Chad. They could say all the money at me. I'm not Listen, I cannot be bought. My opinions are my opinion. If you trash, you trash.
To do something like that. But shout out to Soulja Boy. He's out there collecting a check, collecting a bag. Hopefully he doesn't have to pay out anything. And hey, if he does, then hey, he's got to collect that bag to make sure that he's paying something. So I'm willing to hear, or I'm waiting to hear, actually. Excuse me.
It's true, chat. It doesn't matter. Let's not look at it like you can't pay for the reach. You could pay for the reach. But when you're paying to appear everywhere so people could think that you popping, but then you don't got nothing to back it up with, that's a serious situation. Let's take a look at Whoop There. Bitch, I'm outside is a movie. He ain't got nothing to back it up. That was the only song. I literally never heard another song from that guy. You feel me? Diddy G is in the same place. I ain't never heard no other song from Diddy G that was not Walking on Calabasas. Moonwalking on Calabasas. That's the only time I ever heard of Diddy G.
More from Soulja Boy and Diddy G. Now, the thing is, we also cannot play like Soulja Boy's got more of a music fan base right now than Diddy G does. Like Soulja Boy and Diddy G drop a song, Diddy G's is doing more numbers. But remember the impact. Like when Soulja Boy dropped F Quavo, F Migo, Pull out your block of spray with a Draco. I still remember that. I don't know where that song is right now. It's like that song just disappeared. But when Soulja Boy gets to dissing, man, it's funny, it's entertaining, and I don't know if DDG can hold up to that. But y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Soulja Boy, clout up off DDG. Soulja Boy's got 1,000 subs now. He used to never get more than 300. Steal the clout off this man like Cell. You've done enough for the game to be able to clout chase now off of the Young Bucks.
I agree. Soulja Boy, use this to your advantage, bro. You got DDG promoting you right now for free. No matter how he do it, ain't no such thing as bad publicity. All right, chat, we're going to get into this next video where we have the Boondocks expose the Diddy trial. And they named rappers already. Let's see what we got here.
Boy. Oh no, I ain't come underage boy. Oh no, I ain't come looking for no little boy. Underage boy. Underage boy. Underage boy.
Let's get it, chat.
Oh no, I ain't come looking for no little
Let's
boys.
go.
I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing. I came looking for man's butt.
I know this guy. He is crazy. He like got a chemical imbalance or something.
I'm just saying, man, you look much taller in the videos.
Do you hear what I'm saying to you? That a rage a holy quibble gonna die.
What happened to I don't fear no man but God?
Let's get to the point. Now, some people see this so-called mountain of evidence, these videotapes.
Yo, there's this wild theory making the rounds online that the Boondocks wasn't just clowning Diddy for the culture. They were actually trying to warn us. With all the heat Diddy's facing right now in court and certain rapper names being dropped left and right for allegedly being part of Diddy's Homo Thugs crew, fans are starting to revisit legendary Boondocks episodes. And it really looks like they were trying to tell us something the whole time. And here's the thing. Some people think if you only focus on the Diddy angle, you're missing the whole plot. They believe the Boondocks was calling out the entire industry, all the shady stuff that goes down behind the scenes, the power plays, the compromises. So let's jump into the world of the Boondocks and break down all the crazy connections fans are seeing between the show's characters and the wild things.
Oh my God, Chad, the Boondocks. Oh my God, they did kind of nail it. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. They nailed it. Give me a second, chat. I'm gonna let this play for a little bit. I'm gonna bring it back to the beginning so it gives me at least 60 seconds to go put this plate in the kitchen.
Boy. Oh no, I ain't come looking for no little boys. I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing. I came looking for man's butt.
I know this guy. He is crazy. He like got a chemical imbalance or something.
I'm just saying, man, you look much taller in the videos.
Do you hear what I'm saying to you? That a rage a holy quibble gonna die.
What happened to I don't fear no man but God?
Let's get to the point. Now, some people see this so-called mountain of evidence, these videotapes,
Yo, there's this wild theory making the rounds online that the Boondocks wasn't just clowning Diddy for the culture. They were actually trying to warn us. With all the heat Diddy's facing right now in court and certain rapper names being dropped left and right for allegedly being part of Diddy's Homo Thugs crew, fans are starting to revisit legendary Boondocks episodes. And it really looks like they were trying to tell us something the whole time. And here's the thing. Some people think if you only focus on the Diddy angle, you're missing the whole plot. They believe the Boondocks was calling out the entire industry. All the shady stuff that goes down behind the scenes, the power plays, the compromises. So let's jump into the world of the Boondocks and break down all the crazy connections fans are seeing between the show's characters and the wild things coming out about Diddy.
Man's butt? Excuse me? Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I called you Chris Hansen. I watch your TV show all the time.
Introducing Gemini in Google Slides. AI that takes what you're envisioning and generates custom images with a single prompt. Make polished business presentations in no time with Gemini for Google Workspace.
So you can go ahead and bring in them cameras and them police is waiting outside. It don't make me no difference.
Okay, let's start with the most obvious example of Frederick, aka Gangstalicious. Gangstalicious is a fictional rapper and a recurring character in the Boondocks. On the surface, he presents himself as a hardcore, thugged out rapper. He's tough, violent, and always pushing that gangster image in public. Basically, everything mainstream hip hop was idolizing in the early 2000s. But Gangstalicious is a rapper with a secret. He's a closeted gay man, and he's terrified that the truth will ruin his career.
Oh, man. I can't believe this. I was going to be able to pay my car note this month.
I knew it. I always had a feeling about that dude.
Oh, man. What are we supposed to do?
Wow,
now?
Chad.
Gonna be here in an hour.
Oh, no. We can't with this song now. I mean, if everyone, think he a homo, we get on the track with him. We're going to be homos by association, dog.
Oh my God.
Gangstalicious also used to have a low-key
Oh
relationship
my
with
God,
a gangster
Chad.
named Lincoln, but things went bad.
Oh
Lincoln ended
my
up trying to
God,
pull him on
Chad.
tour after feeling betrayed. Now, if we're going with the theory that Gangstalicious is based on Diddy, who do you think Lincoln, his secret lover turned enemy, represents? Well,
Yeah,
fans have
good question.
speculated a lot about this, and different names keep coming up like Biggie, Mace, Shine, and Christopher Williams. In Biggie's case, rumors that his relationship with Diddy might have been more than just business have been around forever. And while nothing's ever been confirmed, some insiders claimed Diddy would often treat Biggie like his girlfriend.
Like I say, Jesus.
And next question is.
Now, as for Mace and Shine, those same rumors have been following them too.
Yo, Chad, I don't know how to feel about that, Chad. Did you fucking see that, bro? I'm in shock. I'm in fucking shock. What the fuck was I looking at, Chad? What the fuck was
His
that?
girlfriend.
Like I say, Jesus.
And next question is.
What the fuck? Chad, maybe that was a little, maybe that you could excuse, be like, oh, that's normal. One of your friends gonna say something stupid, you will cover his mouth. Yeah, okay, right? But what about this? The fuck was that? What the fuck was that? And then that. He just run his hands across the back of his palm. Chat. I've only done that to women. I have never in my life, I am this age, and never have I done that with a man, chat. Chat, that's crazy, chat. Chat, that's crazy, chat.
Now, as for Mace and Shine, those
shit.
same rumors have been following them too. But there's no solid proof that they were doing anything
I am
more than
so
business with
shocked.
Diddy. But Christopher Williams,
so
well,
shocked.
that's where things get
I
messy.
am
Several
goat.
people claimed that they actually caught Christopher and Diddy making out right in Diddy's office and at the Bad Boy studio. One of these people
What?
is Jaguar Wright, who claimed that a woman who worked as a lawyer at Bad Boy told her she walked in on Christopher and Diddy, and allegedly Christopher was on his knees.
It was a young woman,
Oh God.
beautiful woman. She's a lawyer,
Mm.
or at least she was. She
Was?
used to be an entertainment lawyer.
Sounds like she was.
I'm not going to say her name. The story is enough. She
God.
witnessed something. She witnessed something that was disturbing to her.
Mm.
But what was really disturbing to her was the conversation that she had with Diddy after.
Oh God.
See, Christopher
gotcha.
Williams,
Oh gotcha.
I don't know. I guess he wanted to sign. I don't know what happened.
Oh gotcha.
But Puff was supposed to be giving him a demo deal, and he gave him a demo deal, and I guess it was supposed to turn into an album deal, which that never happened.
Duh.
But this young woman walked in to get approval on some paperwork. See? And when she walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff.
Oh,
now, from what she said to me, it was disturbing because
what?
You know, they didn't stop. When she walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice
And
about
they
just
didn't
walking in. And when she
stop.
walked in, she saw
Not that they
Christopher
didn't
Williams
stop, child. That's crazy.
performing fellatio on Puff. Now, from what she said to me, it was disturbing because, you know, they didn't stop. She just walked out, and she just kept her head down at the office the rest of the day. I believe it was.
I would too.
I don't think it was at the end of business day that day, but I think it was the following day. He came into her office and was like, yeah, so you came in there, so what? What you gonna do? You wanna say something? And she was like, oh no, she was like, I just don't understand why you left the door unlocked. If you were in there doing that, why would you leave the door unlocked? He said, I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do in my building. And I just don't know. He was like, it's power, see? I can make a man, he said, if I can make a man suck my dick, I can make people do anything.
Wow.
Business
chat.
owners, I'm talking to y'all.
Motherfucking yo, chat. Diddy is gay for power, chat. You see how they be having the dudes that be gay for the state, where they go in jail, they gay.
Of course.
Diddy is the same way, but for power. He's gay for power.
I can make people do anything for money.
Now,
that's not. I don't even think that's a flex, to be honest with you. That you could get a man to give you head is not a flex. That you could get a man to give you head for money, that is not a flex. Let me tell you guys, it might be a flex in the homosexual world, but since I'm not homosexual, it don't seem like much of a flex to me. That's like, oh man, let me keep my mouth shut.
of course, Christopher Williams later denied this, and he kind of turned it into this whole thing about him being a straight man.
One person in the world alleges that I gave Puffy to get a record deal.
Well, let me tell you, sorry,
Anybody
Christopher
who knows
Williams, if you're going to be watching my show, but you don't seem very confident there that you didn't give a man fellatio, because I would not be that fucking passive about it because people think that I gave for a record deal. No, bro, I would start that off on some real irate motherfuckers. Is crazy if they think that I will ever do fucking out your mind, bro.
You know, that is ridiculous. Puffy,
that is
man.
Oh no, he
one
sounds
person
guilty.
in the world alleges that I gave Puffy.
And I'm not gonna lie, Chad. He does got kind of a bit of a sweetness. He got a lot of sweet and low in his voice. You know, a lot of sweet and low. It's a lot of sweet and low. You know what I'm saying? Like
to get a record deal. Anybody who knows me.
But guys, let's not forget, these are just my opinions. These are not facts. Maybe Christopher Williams isn't gay. Maybe he doesn't like men too.
No, that is ridiculous. If I were gay, I would.
Yo, even the way he said that is ridiculous is gay. I'm sorry, guys. That sounded mad gay when he said that is ridiculous. That sound gay, bro. Like for real, only a homosexual will say it that way, and a girl. So you did not help us figure out whether he was right or wrong there. He sounded very flamboyant.
Man.
One person in the world alleges that.
Chat, this is how ghetto my life is. Chat. This is how ghetto my life is. When you this ghetto like that, one lighter doesn't light up and the other one doesn't hold the gas. Like this is the only way I could use my lighters. Ghetto. Okay, yo, you could call me ghetto. I don't give a fuck. So fucking what? I'm ghetto and you want a fucking cookie for that? People gonna say it in the chat. My guy, he lit a lighter with another lighter because both lighters don't work. He's so ghetto. And you want a cookie? Anyway, let's keep going, chat. I just wanted to show you how ghetto my lighter is. The other thing is I can't let it turn off because then I got to do that ghetto shit all over again.
That I gave Puffy to get a record deal. Anybody who knows me knows that is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. Chat, I could pull up a whole bunch of people who are homosexual and they will say the word ridiculous, probably almost identical to what he just said right there, chat. A straight man does not break it into those syllables. We don't do the syllables.
Puffy to get a record deal. Anybody.
He said Puffy fucked him to get a record deal. That's crazy, bro.
The world alleges that I gave Puffy to get a record deal. Anybody who knows me knows that is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, chat. That right there just does sound wild suspect the way he said it.
If I were gay, I would be openly gay.
No, you wouldn't, because if you were gay, you would only be gay because Puffy made you gay. And then you would be openly gay only because another man who gave you a record deal. See, if he admits he's gay, chat, he's also admitting he took a record deal and he became gay for it. You get what I'm saying? So in his world, even if he did do it, it would be a contradiction to accept the merit that he was straight up until he met Puffy and then he gave it up for a record deal, and now he's gay for a deal and he doesn't want to admit it because then that means that Puffy was a bigger man, and then Puffy would be right. He does have more power by getting a straight man to blow him, but does that make Puffy straight? No, it makes Puffy homosexual, and that would be some abuse of power as a homosexual to get straight men to do shit with you. That's like a straight woman that's like a homosexual woman in power making straight women do homosexual shit with her just so they could stay at whatever position they wanted. It's wrong in any way you put it, bro. If a girl does it to another girl, if a guy does it to another guy, it's still wrong. It will always be wrong for you to make somebody go against their morals for a prize.
I have friends who are just coming out the feds right now from when I first released the.
Oh, that's why he can't admit it. He can't admit it because he got friends coming out the feds. If he tells them that he bent over for a record deal, they not gonna respect him in the hood. And let's not forget, he didn't get money, so he definitely in the hood, chat. He is definitely in the hood.
Record, who would like to do nothing more than to show her who the fuck I really am. But I'm like, bro, she's hurting. I'm praying for her. If I'm really solid, how can what she say affect me?
But as Jaguar pointed out, this wasn't really about sexuality for Diddy. It was
Told you, it's not about sexuality for Diddy, even though he's doing some gay shit. He's see, whether Puffy is gay or not doesn't really make a relevance, right? It's not relevant. It's the relevance that he's getting people to do things sexually for a cash reward, prize reward, or a position of power reward.
about power and domination. And she wasn't saying that Christopher is gay. She was implying that he was desperate for that record deal and he made a business decision. So
there you go, Chaz. What I just finished saying. So if he admits he's gay right now, if he says, well, if I was openly gay, I would admit it. No, you wouldn't, because then that would imply that you became gay after you tried to get with the Diddy camp.
So those are two different things. But let's go back to the story of Gangstalicious. So at one point, he bragged on live TV about putting hands on a record label executive on the set of a music video, which got him arrested right then and there.
Ironically, despite the hip-hop community being the driving force behind the Stop Snitching movement, rappers tend to snitch on themselves a lot. In 2000, rapper Gangstalicious reported record executive Johnny Guinness with a tennis racket and a bottle of Hennessy on the set of a music video.
A bottle of Hennessy? Oh man, that sounds a lot like the Steve Stout. Like he did that to it was either Steve Stout or Kevin Lyles, but he hit somebody with a bottle.
Guinness.
No way, he also hit Drake. He hit Drake too.
Refused to cooperate with authorities. But the next day, Gangstalicious made an appearance on MTV's TRL.
TRL? Oh shit, Puffy been on TRL.
Hold up. Drop the beat. Gangstalicious, my mind's too vicious. EMC's all day, delicious. My whole crew finished, no doubt we gonna win this. Smack up your moms like I smacked Johnny Guinness. Doing Clint yesterday, I don't care what they say. Suckers really shouldn't play, I hit him with the Hennessy.
Wow, Chad. That sounds like the Diddy shit, yo. Diddy hit somebody with a bottle. I think if I'm right, Chad, it is Steve Stout that he went into a boardroom. There were people there, and he assaulted the guy and hit him with a bottle.
And this plotline mirrors the real-world allegations tied to Diddy, specifically the 1990.
What I told you, Chad. What I told you, Chad. My memory is that good. Yes, sirree. Do you see that, Chad? Did you see that, Chad? I fucking told you guys. I told you guys. You see that? Fucking A, bro. Fucking A, bro. Fucking A, bro. I'm fucking on point, Chad. I'm not fucking playing, chat. I told you guys, yo, I'll be paying attention, chat. And I remember when they said that shit, I said, wait a minute, that sounds a lot like that Diddy situation with fucking Steve Stout. Let's see if that's what they talking about, and that is exactly what they're talking about, guys. It says here, Steve Stout, longtime exec in Interscope, has accused Diddy of assaulting him in 1999. Per a report from Radar Online, according to Stout, Diddy attacked him in the following a disagreement on set of Nas's "Hate Me" video. Yeah, that's right. That's why I know about this, because they were on the set of Nas's video, "Hate Me Now," and Diddy wanted to have a scene where they put 3 people on a cross and all this shit. And he's the guy, blah blah blah. He's the Jesus Christ guy, whatever. He's one of the cross guys, right? And then Diddy speaks to his pastor, and then the pastor's like, man, I don't think you should include that in your video, yada yada yada. That's like, blasphemy and stuff like that. So Diddy decides, no, we shouldn't put it in the video. And then Steve Stout was tight about it, so he showed the video with the scenes he was supposed to delete at a boardroom, and it made everybody irate, so they didn't want to fuck with the video, even though Puffy has sent to cut that piece out. Boom. And then that's when Diddy went to the boardroom and slapped up Steve Stout about the situation that he told him not to show it to everybody else.
Incident involving Steve Stout, a longtime
I might be wrong, Chad, but I think I remember something like that around those terms.
Executive at Interscope. The incident occurred over Nas's "Hate Me Now" video, and the drama started when Diddy changed his mind about being shown.
Yup, that it was. He changed his mind, and he was the one who came up with the fucking idea. So after they went through all that shit, shot that shit, then he was like, nah, I don't want that in there because my pastor said.
Nailed to a cross like Jesus, even though it was his idea to begin with. Stout didn't want to cut the scene because he'd already dropped $14K on it, and that's when things popped off. According to reports from the National Enquirer and the police, Diddy showed up at Stout's.
Shit, she said the National Enquirer and the police. Shit, you should have just led with the police. Fuck the National Enquirer. I got look respectfully. National Enquirer is junk food, and everything they post be bullshit. So fuck the National Enquirer. Just should have led with the police report. Because that's it. Your man went to the police. Steve Stout went to the police
office with 2 bodyguards and brutally attacked him because the scene stayed in. Stout later told the Times, "One minute I'm in the middle of a meeting, and the next minute I'm down on the floor, and Puffy and his guys are kicking and pounding me. One of them picks up a chair and throws it at me. Then Puffy throws my desk over, and they just walk out like nothing happened. My jaw and my head were all swollen. It was a traumatic experience, and in the middle of it, I didn't know exactly how to feel. I was upset, embarrassed, scared, angry. As far as I'm concerned, this was an attempt on my life. The only reason I'm not dead is because they missed." But there's another wild connection between Gangstalicious and Diddy's real life that we can't ignore. So in the Boondocks, Gangstalicious fakes a relationship with a hip-hop video vixen named Jessica Ethelberg. But things blow up when she exposes him in a juicy tell-all book. Now here's where it gets interesting. A lot of fans think Jessica was loosely inspired by Kim Porter, Diddy's late ex. Kim started out as a model and hip-hop video girl too, showing up in videos like Heavy D's Truthful and Big Daddy Kane's Smooth Operator. But the most chilling parallel between Jessica in Boondocks and Kim Porter is the rumor that Kim was writing a tell-all book about Diddy. And allegedly...
No way, Chad. The Boondocks put it in there about the death of Kim Porter? That's crazy, yo.
She was close to getting it published before her untimely death in 2018. And as you probably know, there's been a lot of speculation over the years.
Yeah, Chad. From what I hear, Chad, she was fine 24 hours before that. And then the day that she died of pneumonia. And she had never even been to the hospital for pneumonia once.
that Diddy might have had something to do with Kim's passing. Some sources even alleged that on the day she died, Diddy showed up before the coroner and took all her electronics, including her phone and a laptop that allegedly had the manuscript for her
Chat, that's super sus, and nobody says nothing about these things. Like, what the fuck? Like, I understand that, you know, people are keeping their mouth shut, but what about the cops? What about the cops?
Till today, right?
The manuscript for her electronics, and that on the day she died, Diddy showed up before the coroner and took all her electronics.
That's crazy, Chad. That's definitely sounds very suspect. That he had access to everything before anybody else,
including her phone
and he takes all the electronics
and a laptop that allegedly had the manuscript.
I think the cops could do like a ping and see where was the last time it pinged and follow the ping. And if that shit goes from the laptop and the fucking phone all the way back to Diddy's residence, that's grounds of suspicion, Chad. Like, what the fuck?
Script for her tell-all book.
Why come right till today, right now, nobody knows what Kim Porter phone is? And they know they had iPhone. Why have nobody went to the cloud and got the text messages?
That's so true. We could still get the text messages from the cloud, chat. Wow, chat.
And the things off her phone. Because everything that came in that phone is text. And you know your iPhone find my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody tried to find the phone?
That's another one.
I would love for
That's
her
so
son,
true, chat. Why nobody doing this? Great questions, Gene.
Who
great
has all the rights.
Wow.
To go to and get all the stuff out the clouds.
Why nobody's doing this?
Her last text, who she calling, who she spoke to, who called her.
Great questions.
Where was the last place her phone was at before it was destroyed and cut off? I feel that it was some foul play.
Yeah, definitely.
In her death.
Definitely foul play.
A lot of foul play. Why would you take somebody's phone? Why would you take somebody's tablet?
Why hasn't it turned up till today?
Or her computer?
I think we need warrants and subpoenas.
Now, it's possible that Jessica from the Boondocks was partly based on video vixen turned author Corinne Superhead Steffens, because Corinne actually dropped multiple books spilling behind the scenes secrets about the industry. And get this, Corinne once told Wendy Williams that she actually walked in on 2 male music executives getting it in.
You walked in on record executives having gay, or one executive having gay man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't mention that person's name. Can we talk about what record label?
No, that'll give it away. That'll give it away. But
what letter does it start with?
Not even. That'll give it away.
Let's continue with the problems. There was a party in Miami, and you showed up with Exhibit, and it was Puffy was at the party, or it was his party.
His party.
And when he saw you come in, it was like he saw a ghost, and he immediately asked you why you were there. He thought that you were there to blow up his spot. He then pulled Exhibit aside and asked Exhibit to get you out of the party.
And there's
Oh my God, yo, chat, I think I know this story because Exhibit said this story in another thing. Chat, I'm not capping, chat. Watch this. I'm gonna find it. Exhibit. How you write Exhibit? Exhibit. Oh, with an X, Exhibit. Exhibit, right, Exhibit. Talks about Diddy party. I don't know. I'm telling you, talks about Diddy. He said that story. If this is the other part of the story, I never heard this side of the story. Only heard the side when Exhibit says it. Exhibits talk about Diddy party. Here we go. Because he stopped telling the story. And he started, people would ask him and he would just be like, talk about something else. You feel me? So let's go back to what the Boondocks said, right? So the Boondocks said,
with Exhibit, and it was Puffy was at the party, or it was his party. And
I mean, not the Boondocks, what she was saying, Angie Martinez.
does it start with?
Not even. That'll give it away.
let's continue with the problems. There was a party in Miami, and you showed up with Exhibit, and it was Puffy was at the party, or it was his party. And when he saw you come in, it was like he saw a ghost, and he immediately.
See, now listening to the story from this point of view, right? Like from her point of view, Exhibit is at the party hanging out, right? But in Exhibit's story, right? He doesn't go to the party. He somehow gets invited to the party and then he leaves. Watch this, Jack.
50 Cent, it actually just came to mind, man. He gave you a shout out on In the Club, right? How did that come about?
I don't know. I wasn't there. You know, I got a call one day and they were saying, yo, man, 50 Cent just shouted you out in the song. And I was like, oh, that's dope. No, actually, Tracy McNew called me and told me first that she works very closely with M's camp. You know what I'm saying? She's in M's camp. And so she called me first and was like, hey, they said they shouted you out in the song. I was like, what? Which one? And then next thing I know, that shit is fucking everywhere. So shout out 50, you know what I'm saying? Right on, man. You know, that shit was crazy. It was dope.
And you was in the video for In the Club, right? What's the backstory behind that, yo?
They called me. Yo, come through the video. I was like, yo, I put on my little jersey and was like, boom, history. Just that quick.
Speaking of the club, right? I heard you tell a story before about how Puffy, he took you to a club before and you seen a.
See, this is the story right here, chat. This is the story that she is saying. What she says. She shows up with Exhibit. He shows up with Exhibit.
A whole lot of men kissing, and you seen a whole lot of weird stuff going on.
So then these are two separate parties. So for a guy who's talking about that Diddy, right? No, respectfully, I don't know Exhibit. I don't know how he get down, whatever. He gives off a very gangster, straight male, you know, street dude, right? But these are two parties he's at. He's not at the same party. This is a party where he shows up with Superhead. That's the girl talking with Angie Martinez. It's Superhead. See? She shows up with Exhibit. See? There was a party in Miami and you show up with Exhibit. This is a party where.
Speaking of the club, right? I heard you tell a story before about how Puffy, he took you to a club before.
Puffy's taking him to a club in this story. So here are two confirmed days that Exhibit is at gay clubs. I'm not twisting shit. I just caught that. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. Respectfully, I got mad love for Exhibit. He's a gangster and all that good shit. And I grew up listening to his music. I am not making any allegations, guys. I'm just saying this is the second time he's in a Puffy party where there are men doing explicitly man-on-man action.
And you seen a whole lot of men kissing. And you seen a whole.
This is not the same story that she's saying. This is a different story. She's saying where Diddy and is sus. It was a Puffy party. See? And pulls his Exhibit aside to get you out of the party. Is he telling him to stay and get rid of her because she's going to tell on everybody that's doing the butt stuff? Or, you know what I'm saying? Wonder Cheek sounds a lot like Superhead. Oh my God, chat. So then here we got Exhibit telling another story about Gangstalicious. I mean,
you seen a whole lot of gay stuff going on. If you don't mind,
He said, I know you've seen a whole lot of gay stuff going on. And the man did not even deny it.
Man, what's the backstory behind that?
Let's hear it, buddy.
Man,
Let's hear it, please. One more time. This is 2 years old, by the way,
man, I ain't
Chester.
gonna
This is
touch
not-
that shit, man. Fuck that shit. It's been talked about. Shout out.
Nah, you're gonna talk about it, my man.
So, long story short, I was at the MTV Awards, got invited to a party. Went to this party. Diddy was there. He saw her and looked like.
That's the same story, Chad. That story he's telling there is consistent with this story here. That's the same story. See, that's this party right here.
He saw a ghost, right? He's like, hey, Playboy, let me talk to you.
Yup, that's this same story. See, he tells her, come here, let me talk. He tells him, yo, Playboy, let me come here, let me talk to you. See? See, pull the exhibit aside.
I'll let you real quick.
Hey, yo, my man.
Yo.
Yo, my man. Yo, let me holler at you real quick.
Right?
Yo, that chick is the devil. You need to stay away.
Yo, that girl you with, be careful with it, because she gonna catch you with fingers in the boot.
What? He said she's gonna catch you with fingers in the booty. Now, why would you have fingers in your booty again?
I was like, what the f*** is fingers in the boot?
What is that like a, are you saying literally fingers in your booty?
And I was just like, okay. So,
He said, okay. He said, okay, Chad. I don't know how to read this. I don't know how to call it. Because if he tells me, yo, you got to get rid of Shorty because she'll tell people and she'll catch you with fingers in your booty, that I'm leaving with her. Because I don't want to be in here. If that's what y'all doing, fingers in the booties is going on in here. I'm gonna make sure she get in her car and I'm gonna leave with her. Like, I don't know I don't know how to feel right now, Chad.
I went back downstairs and I was like, hey, what the f*** is this talking about? She started dying laughing, right? Then after a while, it just got weird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See what I'm saying, Chad? He stood behind. If I go to a Jay-Z party and Jay-Z tells me, yo, why you came with that chick, yo? She'll catch you with fingers in your booty. I'll be like, yo, Jay, what you say? Never mind. And then I'll go to her and I'll tell her and I'll leave with her. I don't know. I just like how the way my brain works, but let's see what Exhibit did.
Like he was like, hey, I want you to take a ride with me. So me and her get in the car and he get in the car. So we go to this club and it just got weird.
Oh, that's the rest of the story. They go to a club.
So we go branch off. We do our own thing. We left the house. It was just like we got separated from the whole shit. We go back to the hotel and I'm like, okay, tell me what the f happened. And that's where I'm gonna stop. So long story short.
You see what I'm saying, Chad? You see what I'm saying, Chad? You see what I'm saying, Chad? It's there's a hole in that story. There's something not be. I feel like there's something missing in that story. That's just crazy. Yo, that is not cool, bro. I'm sorry, man. It's just not cool. I don't care how. Wow. Holy shit. Holy shit. What if the character is a combination of both? What if it's a combination of Superhead and a combination of Kim Porter? And since one of them did successfully put out a book, what if it's about the one that would have put out the book that would have really broke Diddy's back? No pun intended. What? I know. I missed them. I mean, I saw some of the Douglicious episodes, but what? Yeah, and they didn't evaporate, so they're still here. What are you? Why is she saying were like they stopped being? Wow, my childhood has been shattered. That is so true, chat. They took her off the radio. Yeah, it's a few of them. Yo. I'm just laughing at his outfit, bro. What the fuck? If you guys don't see my Boondocks inspired Chi cartoon versions of me, that's my Boondocks inspired. You feel me? But yo, it's the outfit for me. I don't know, Chad. What do you think, Chad? You think people are reaching? You think that it's serious like that, Chad? You think that? Oh my God, Chad. Oh my
With a
God,
tennis
Chad.
racket and a bottle of Hennessy on the set of a music video. Guinness refused to cooperate with authorities. But the next day, Gangstalicious made an appearance on MTV's TRF.
Hold up. Drop the beat. Gangstalicious, my mind's too vicious. EMC's all day, delicious. My whole crew up in this, no doubt we gonna win this. Smack up your moms like I smacked Johnny Guinness. Dwayne Clark yesterday, I don't care what they say. Suckers really shouldn't play, I hit him with the Hennessy.
I don't know, Chad. I feel like it's Diddy they're talking about. A lot about Diddy.
And this
Because there's a lot of different things.
plotline mirrors the real-world allegations tied to Diddy, specifically the 1999 incident involving Steve Stout, a longtime executive at Interscope. The incident occurred over Nas's "Hate Me Now" video, and the drama that's showed up later, guys, and they just
We
walked
saw
learned
this.
Gangstalicious
This
faked
is
a
what I was saying.
relationship with a hip-hop video vixen named Jessica Ethelberg. But things blow up when she exposes him in a juicy tell-all book. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A lot of fans think Jessica was loosely inspired by Kim Porter, Diddy's late ex. Kim started out as a model and hip-hop video girl too, showing up in videos like Heavy D's Truthful and Big Daddy Kane's Smooth Operator. But the most chilling parallel between Jessica in Boondocks and Kim Porter is the rumor that Kim was writing a tell-all book about Diddy. And allegedly, she was close to getting it published before her
We got to check that book out, Chad.
untimely death in 2018. And as you probably know, there's been a lot of speculation over the years that Diddy might have had something to do with Kim's passing. Some sources even alleged that on the day she died, Diddy showed up before the coroner and took all her electronics, including her phone and a laptop that allegedly had the manuscript for her tell-all book.
Why come right till today, right now, nobody knows what Kim Porter phone is? And they know they had iPhone. Why have nobody went to the cloud and got the text messages and the things off her phone. Because everything that came in that phone is text, and you know your iPhone find my phone. Nobody tried to find the phone. I would love for her son, who has all the rights, to go to and get all the stuff out the clouds. Her last text, who she calling, who she spoke to, who called her, where was the last place her phone was at before it was destroyed and cut off. I feel that it was some foul play in her death.
And that's a fact, chat. That is a fact. Now, chat, let's get into this last video. It's a cartoon. Shouts to Morbid Melon. And this video, we're going to add it to the description. So if you want to watch it on your own time, you could do that. Let's go check it out. Shouts to Morbid Melon. And let's get right into that. You know, it's called Diddy Finally Catches Jay-Z. So, guys, let's check it out. And that's how we're going to end this.
Y'all know I can't stand her. Look at her over there. She wildin'. What do you want us to do about it? Tell them don't call me no more. Yo, hurry up. Come on, B. You know I got to keep a low profile out here. Jay. Chicken man. Wait, what? Who? Jay-Z. Oh, shit. Be my friend. Oh, hell nah. Yo, B, hurry up. We gotta go, B. Come on. Be my friend. You just like me, Jay. Stop fronting. Yo, y'all ain't gonna stop him. Who, boss, who? Be my friend.
He got an arm that's a Ciroc bottle.
He right there.
A Ciroc bottle hand. Yo, they lose.
I don't see anybody.
And Jay-Z is, bro, they made that man old as fuck.
He right there. Come on, close the door. Hurry up. Be my friend. Oh my gosh. He everywhere. Who's everywhere, Jay? Never mind, forget about it. Is it Diddy, Jay? Nah.
Why Beyonce sound like a man?
Nah, it's all good. Yeah. Don't say it again, though. Say what, Jay? Diddy? Yo, stop playing with me. Don't say his name again. Diddy.
Oh, shit. He pulled out the heart attack potion.
It's got to all be in my head, man. Ain't nobody else even seeing them. Jay. Oh, shit. You left me, Jay. Yo, Diddy, listen. I can't get caught up like this, man. I'm trying to be the first black everything, man. Chill. I was the originator. I took out Biggie for you. I made sure you had no competition. You went to the all-white party, Jay. I was not invited. Why you ain't getting me invited no more? I just want to party with you, Jay. Do you remember, Jay? All of the victims. You remember Rihanna before she got too old for you? Do you remember?
He said you remember Rihanna before she got too old for you? Aaliyah?
Foxy Brown. You just like me. Look at me, Jay. Look at me. I just want you to be my friend. Chill, Diddy, chill. Please, let me live. Daddy? Blue? What's wrong, Dad? Nothing. I'm just wilding out. I'm just bugging out. Don't worry about it. Wait, what's that? Oh shit.
Yo, chat, he's wildin', bro. Will Smith, Kevin Hart, Cal Williams, Lizzo, and more celebrities exposed. What? Hey yo.
Damn, this from 5 years ago. Looks like you got some enhancements since then. What's that back there? Oh shit, you got the little leg BBL? Jesus Christ. Damn, I got catfished in this motherfucker. Just sit down. Let's just try to enjoy this dinner. Oh shit, that shit burns. Damn, how you got this in your body, bitch? That shit searing my eye in this motherfucker. Bitch, you pop a tire or some shit. What's going on with you over there? Get down! They shooting in this motherfucker. Bitch, you hear me? Wait, that's you. Oh, shit.
Yo, what up, Trump Daddy? Tell me you got some ointment. The feds confiscated all my baby oil. It's a minor setback, but for now, I'm just having the freak offs in here with basset tracing. You know how we do.
First of all, never call me daddy again. Secondly, no, you cannot use my ointment. It's for scrapes and bruises, not for whatever you're trying to lube up over there.
Come on, man. I'm throwing a party later. You should stop by. We're doing a whole Take That remix. We got basset tracing, Neosporin. It's going to be slicker than a wet seal.
No, thank you. I don't want to take anything, especially whatever you're offering. It sounds horrifying, but I've got bigger things to worry about. I'm preparing for my date with Kamala.
Oh, yeah, Kamala's fine. Let her know.
Anyway, chat. Thank you for stopping by, chat. You already know this video is going on longer than enough. And you already know, guys. Thank you so much. This is Cheat Challenge. Don't forget to drop a comment below. Smash the like button. And guys, you already know there is a book coming. And I will let everybody know when it's ready. It's going to be a crazy novel. So you already know, guys, it's the Chi Challenge. I am your boy Chi from the Bronx. And remember, guys, thank you for everything. Drop a like, smash the sub, smash the likes, drop a comment. Let me know what you want me to review. And catch me on In Tune Perspective every Saturday at 9:20, guys. And you already know. Remember, karma is what you give. So don't put yourself in a bad predicament. Peace. 1,000, my peoples. Peace.